Tom Cloud with this week's Precious Metals Market Update. First of all, most of you know this is done every other week now, not every week. But certainly with the events of the last few days, our phones are ringing off the hook, our emails are coming in, and I'll touch on a few things. This may be a little, here and there, but I want to try to answer questions that come in because they're important. The first one is, we've seen gold and silver explode after the G20 meeting, and there's a lot of beliefs out there as to why that has happened. I don't know, but I do know why it's gone up, but I'm being asked, did I hear that there was a deal made that would have 5 currencies in the world by the end of next year, and there would be a US dollar, a European currency, a China, Far East currency like the Chinese yuan, Central and South America currency, and an African currency. And the answer is I can't find anybody. I had 2 people, which is crazy, to ask me this question, which I found bizarre that it's out there. But certainly I'm not saying it's not real or not true, but I cannot find anybody that I trust that knows about it or will tell me that it's true. But what we do know is that the dollar is in for some bad trouble as it continues to, people abandon it. And of course, what's going on with China, they're going to even abandon it quicker. So we're in an era that I think is started back like the 2000 to 2011 era, which is one of the questions. Gold went from 256 to 1867 in 11 years and went up every year. And then we've been on 8 years of gold going from 1867, where it went down about 3 months ago, 1180. And now we're sitting here looking at gold this morning at nearly $1,500. Gold's up 17% this calendar year, and all you hear are people talking about stocks that are up 10% for the year. Gold's up 17% for the year, and silver's up nearly 15% for the year, and nobody talks about it. But I can tell you that this is the real deal. Go look at the COT numbers, commitment of traders, every Friday. You can go look at it. You don't need me. And you can see people are not shorting the market. The shorts are going away. We're now seeing long positions added. And this is the reason you're seeing, and people this morning are saying, well, we're going to wait on the next pullback. You can wait. Let me tell you, if something's going to double, and I believe with all my heart, gold's going to double from 1250 where it was to 2500, and I don't think it's going to take years. I think it's going to take a year or 2. But if you go in, if it pulled back 2% and you bought it $30, $40 an ounce cheaper, whether you make 105% or 104%, it's not going to make any difference. You want to get the product while you can. Yes, gold and silver, as I told you 2 weeks ago, must be a bigger percentage of your assets than they have been. If you don't, you're missing the boat. If you're going to keep your money in paper assets, stocks and bonds, you're going to make a mistake. Now, am I saying sell all of them? No. I'm saying have asset allocation. Put your assets into several different investments. It's a mandate out of the Bible. We've talked about it in the past in Ecclesiastes 11:2 to divide your wealth and buy different assets. What I'm saying is to increase your value in the basket of gold and silver and platinum. I begged you to buy platinum. In my opinion, it's going back to 2000, where it was before it went all the way down to the 600s. We gave you a buy signal on this show. We watched it march up about $125, about $50 from our second buy signal. We're still saying to you, buy platinum, buy gold, buy silver, and buy it as quick as you can. Because for the ones of you that try to say, if it pulls back 1%, I'm going to buy it. You're not a timer. I'm not a timer. Who is a timer? The central banks. And I've told you several times, what do the central banks know that you don't know? They know that gold is going to go to very high numbers and probably end up with a fixed number of $6,000 to $10,000 based on what I believe and what I can find out from trusted sources. So why are you worried about, so you missed it at 1,400. You're gonna make 5% less than somebody else that bought it at 1,400. You don't wanna care. You wanna get in the market, and you wanna get in the market as quickly as you can and hold on for the ride. Because the problems in this world are all gonna be settled by gold one way or the other. It's the only thing that every market in the world, all 28 financial markets, trade gold. Not everyone trades bonds and different stock markets. So get in the market and get in quick. And certainly if you're rolling out of a 401k, take part of it and set up a self-directed precious metals IRA. We just had a guy last week have $500,000, came out, he put so much into stocks and bonds with a self-directed IRA and so much into gold and silver with a self-directed IRA. Dan or I can help you get you a custodian. We can be your representative and your broker, but we cannot be your custodian. But we'll be happy to explain that to you. But if you have a stock and bond self-directed IRA, take part of it and put it, make a self-directed precious metals IRA. You can buy gold, silver, platinum, and palladium in that. So I'd be happy to do that. And certainly we're getting a lot of calls on US gold pre-1933, and certainly it did bottom. The premium is down. It's come up some, but certainly it also, I feel comfortable owning again, which I didn't for several years, and I was right. I was almost right to the day. It doesn't, I wish that happened all the time. But we've covered some different areas, and we've looked at potential new currencies. We've looked at the commitment of trader numbers, going long positions instead of short. Your need to get into a self-directed precious metals IRA. Even if you already have an IRA, take some of that out and put into a self-directed precious metals IRA. Or if you're leaving the company and getting a 401k rollover, you know, get it out of that company, roll it over, and make you two IRAs. And if you want to talk about US gold, Dan and I can talk to you about that. But people, this is exciting. This is what we waited for. We're seeing the move. Don't run and sell your metals, because there's nothing better out there that I know of. Now, you may find an isolated company that runs away, but I'm talking about a market like the Dow or the NASDAQ or one of these markets. I think you'll see a much better performance over the next 24 months in gold and silver. But once again, you don't sell all your stocks and bonds, but you cut your exposure and beef up your exposure in precious metals. And just start being your own coach. Follow these things, read what you can. But there's a lot of good articles out there. But I just advise you, this is a crucial time when you've got a chance to double your money in the next 2 or 3 years to be looking at precious metals in particular. So hopefully if you got any questions, you can call us at 800-247-2812. That's 800-247-2812. And if you have any questions from 2 weeks from now, actually 2 weeks from now, I'll be in Ireland playing golf on a little sabbatical. So it'll be 3 weeks from today before I do the next one. But send the questions, they will get dealt with. With this week's or bi-weekly precious metals market update, this is Tom Cloud signing out.